We made it! Do not run across the street, please. Hi, we're Cassidy and James, newlyweds that wanted to create a life that makes us truly happy. So we packed our bags, left our home behind, and headed to London and Paris to start making progress on our bucket list. It might sound a little crazy, but we believe in living life to the fullest and making the most out of the time we've got.
We're so excited to have you join us on our adventures, but more than anything, we hope to inspire you to step out of your comfort zone and take steps towards a life that makes you truly happy, whatever that means to you. We hope you enjoy the video.
Good morning. We just woke up and got dressed. Now we're heading towards the Louvre, but we're gonna stop for breakfast first before we get there. We're just trying to look for some grab-and-go breakfast, so we're gonna go to a boulangerie. It's really helpful when you're here to know the difference between a boulangerie and a patisserie. Boulangerie starts with B. So anything bread, like baguette or croissant, but patisserie starts with P, so think like pastries, macarons, things like that. That'll be very helpful when you're here. Otherwise, you're gonna go into the wrong one for the wrong thing and be like, why don't they have what I want? They do have some combo deals though, where it's a boulangerie and a patisserie. So you get the best of both worlds there. All boulangeries have different things, or most do. So this one didn't have any meat or cheese, but they did have apple. So we got a little apple pastry thing. Very excited to eat this. Now we're looking at one more just to see if they do have something that's a little more substantial for the day. That's so good. That boulangerie had everything we needed. We went a little crazy and it's our last day, so we can. We got a cafe eclair and then a jambon sandwich, and I'm very excited about that. I love jambon. We're getting super close, so we decided to just put the sandwich in my purse since we didn't finish it. You're allowed to bring little snacks into the Louvre, but we are going to eat our eclair, and this is where I thought I might as well show you. In Paris, your eclairs are gonna have the same thing inside as our outside. So like at home, we have the eclair with the chocolate on top, but the vanilla cream in the middle. Not here. If it's chocolate on top, it's chocolate inside. This one's cafe on top, it's cafe inside, or coffee. So far my favorite has just been the chocolate, but if you go to Pan Pan, they have speculoos. We're going underground right now. I think I'm most excited to see Nike, and James of course is most excited to see the Mona Lisa. You have to be when you come here. But I have no idea where we're gonna start. I know you have to come here with a plan. We have no plan. We're immediately heading towards Nike and Mona Lisa. They're both on the first level, so that is where we're starting. There's no way we can see everything today, so we're gonna have to be really, really picky. And as I'm looking at all the signs, I'm like, I don't wanna be picky, I wanna see it all. So honestly, maybe give yourself more than one day here. So we've got a lot of ground to cover today. I just looked at the clock and 2 hours has gone by. Don't know how that happened. It feels like it's maybe been 30 minutes. So you can really fill up a lot of time here because we barely scratched the surface at this point. I would also recommend coming with a guide because I can explain things a little bit more to you. I did do a good amount of research before coming here, but there's so much that I don't know about everything. And a lot of the descriptions are still in French. Some are in French and English, but then all of a sudden now they're just all only in French. So there are a lot of things here that we don't know what we're looking at, and we can't really appreciate them fully without knowing. So a guide might be a good move. I'll link some tours down below that also have guides. I was super excited to see Nike because we heard so much about her when we were over in Greece. She's from the 2nd century BC, and it's the winged goddess of victory. So just a really, really cool piece. This actually inspired Nike. That swoosh logo came from the wings here. So this is a very, very famous piece, and it's very exciting to see in person. We're looking at what the Louvre used to be. It was actually built in 1190, and it used to be a fortress before it turned into a palace and then turned into a museum. So this is what it looked like back when it was a fortress, and this used to be ground level. Right now we're actually underground, but It is so cool that they kept us all here. 4 hours later, we're on our way out of the Louvre. It was beautiful, it was huge, there's so much amazing history in there, but in true Cassidy and James fashion, we're always gonna keep it real, and I will let you know, when you come here, bring your patience. Not only for finding your way around, even with the map, we did get a little bit lost. It's still hard to find certain things, especially right now. Some things are under construction, so we were looking for them. They were fenced off, you couldn't find them. But another thing to bring your patience for is the people in there. We're all here for the same reason, to see the same things and get pictures, but some people just feel more important and they will literally push you out of the way. So expect that and either be aggressive yourself or stand back until you see an opening where you can quickly get in and take a picture and then get out of there. But other than that, it was great, it was wonderful. And right when you come out, you end up in this really pretty courtyard. So grab a sandwich as you're leaving and just have a nice little picnic out here if you'd like. Now we're heading towards the Arc de Triomphe. We can see it from here, it's a straight shot, but don't let that fool you if you're visiting. It is not a close walk, it's over 45 minutes, but we've been walking for at least 2.5 hours per day, so we're ready for it. We made it! So you'll notice right behind me, there's a line of people lining up to get a picture in front of this. And then there's also going to be people that you might catch running across the street here. Don't do that. It's super dangerous. There's no crosswalk here. You actually, right over here, can go under the street and come right back up to get here. So do not run across the street, please. And there is a spot where you're going to see tickets that you think you have to pay to come up here. You don't need to pay. It's free. Just come right up these stairs. And here you are. So the Arc de Triomphe is actually a monument for all of the people that fought and died for France. You can see all these names inside of here of all the different people that they honored with this. It's both from the French Revolution and the Neapolitan Wars. I am so bad at saying that. I hope it came out right. But you've also got the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, where they make sure there's always flowers and a fire lit for it. So it's a really beautiful thing to have here. But that's about it. We came, we saw, and I think we're ready to head over towards the Eiffel Tower now. We've seen it every single day since coming here, but I do want to let you know it's a little over a 30-minute walk. The reason I want to share that is because I feel like social media makes it seem like everything in Paris is so close together, and that is so not true. It is a long distance between everything. It's a little too expensive to Uber everywhere. They do have scooters, they have bikes, obviously you can walk, you can take the metro, but we just end up walking everywhere, and it's been pretty nice until about now when our feet are starting to hurt, but it's worth it to get over to the Eiffel Tower. As we're walking, we pass this patisserie, so we're gonna go in. Usually it's the Boulangerie that has the baguettes, the patisserie has the sweet things. This one's a little combo deal. We've got our baguette. Later I'll show you how we learn to properly eat it. But one thing I will tell you as we're leaving this patisserie, James and I both went in, which is okay because we both had to decide together and talk about it. But another thing that we learned is when you're going in places, especially if you're in a larger group than two, don't go inside unless you are buying something. Realistically, what we should have done is just had James go in to get the baguette, because places get so busy and so packed that they don't want an extra person just standing there in the way. So just make sure that you are leaving room for others and maybe hanging out outside while somebody else goes in and gets all the goods. How cute! There's locks all over the place like this. James is getting us a lock because we're in love and we're gonna put it up on the bridge. In all honesty, it's way better if you bring your own lock. We meant to and we totally forgot, but this one was €4, so not too mad. He's gonna write our little names on them. He wrote J+K and our wedding date. Now we need to pick the perfect spot for it, which is always the hard part. Let's each give a little kiss before we lock it up. And each other. And there it is. You put those up in hopes that you're gonna come back one day and you get to look for it. I think that's pretty fun. So one day if we come back, we'll go looking for it and remember today. Right around the Eiffel Tower vicinity, you're gonna pass a lot of scams. So be very careful when you're walking through. Do not play that cup game. It's a scam. Don't fall for someone needing help. It's a scam. Don't take a bracelet. It's a scam. So just be cognizant and careful when you're walking through. Nobody's going to come harass you or anything like that, so that's really nice. But just kind of keep to yourself and go through. And we just were targeted. And here we are. We're going through the little picnic area to find a good spot. no matter what, you're gonna find a good spot here because it's so huge. There's gonna be an area to sit or to get your good pictures over here, which is really nice. But it's really nice to have a monument with actual picnic places around it. We actually decided to go on a little walk to find some cheese for our baguette. Spoiler alert, we cannot find cheese. All of the fromageries are closed at this point, so we're probably gonna get butter at a little convenience store. But we did find gelato, and we found fancy gelato. So we got cream with chocolate chips as one flavor, hazelnut as the other, and then cream with black cherry as our other flavor. And I'm so excited. Yum. Now we're actually heading back to the Eiffel Tower so we can finally have our Eiffel Tower picnic. We made it back. This has become our favorite little spot to hang out near the Eiffel Tower. If you ever come here, look for this little kiosk thing. Once you find that, you're gonna see this area right here by a little kid's playground, and usually no people really come over here, and it's a great view of the tower that's a little more secluded. So highly recommend coming over here when you're visiting, because then you can actually get a bench to yourself. All right, it's officially picnic time. So the things that we learned about baguettes: make sure they're always facing up. You don't want them facing down or else that's bad luck, so keep them this way. And then they're shaped this way for a reason, for you to be able to put your hands around it. So when you're ready to break it, make sure your hands are clean. You're gonna take your hand on one end and the other, pick how big you want, and then you just twist and pull. And there's your piece. Once you actually have your piece, so you can pull it apart from the middle, and then that's how you can make your little sandwich, by putting it all in there. Or you can just pull off pieces, which is what I really like to do because it makes it last a little longer.
Hello?
No, thank you.
€1.
No, thanks. Last time we were here, they were not bugging us that bad for things. Yeah. I'm gonna put some butter on here. The butter in Paris is different than the butter at home as well, so it's so good. Big scenery change. We actually came back to the hotel because as much as we just want to have a great vacation, we are also working while we're here. So we had to get a lot of work done, get some things sent out, and we ended up being in here until very, very late, to where mostly everything closed except for Burger King. So we did get some Burger King. They have a cheesy chicken, and that sounded fire. It's a buy one, get one right now, so we absolutely got that. So don't judge us for having Burger King in Paris. I know there's way better food, but not only is it a holiday, it's late at night. So these were our options.
You can't get this in the US.
It's true, you can't get this in the US.
The cheesy, crispy chicken, can't get it in the US. They also have an entire vegan/vegetarian menu that they don't have in the US.
Yeah, okay. They have so many vegan and vegetarian options here, and in London they did.
Yeah.
So bring them over to the States, please. Anyway, this is our dinner for the night, and then we're just gonna chill. We're doing breakfast somewhere out there tomorrow, something just small, but I will see you when we're ready for that. See you tomorrow! Just kidding. We actually did not end up going out to breakfast this morning. We had to get over to the airport quick. If you are taking a flight out of Paris, make sure that you get here early because you have to go through customs before you go on your flight. But we did get a little sandwich at the little store in here, so that's our big exciting breakfast. But now we're heading home, and I'll see you there. We have a layover in Calgary, so we ended up in the lounge where we're having a great time. I'm having some Swedish meatballs, some mac and cheese, some mashed potatoes, some yams, they only have Pepsi. But who am I to complain? It's all free when you're in here, and you know how we're in here? Travel credit cards. That is how. No, they will not make you go in debt if you're good with your money, and they will give you a lot of perks because we did not pay any more than those people down there, and we get to come up here for what feels like free. So, just want to share that little tidbit. I'll see you when we get back home. Surprise! We're in Italy instead of at home. But we had so much fun in Paris. We had a great time taking you along with us. If you enjoyed and had a good time as well, definitely please subscribe, like the video, comment below. We want to hear what you want to see from us, and honestly just talk to you and get to know you as people. But appreciate you so much, and I hope I see you in the next one.